You join us even as the fate of nations hangs in the balance. Only the Order of Whispers stands between civilization and ruin. In every nation, the dragons are rising. They will devour the world. If they aren't stopped, they'll turn Tyria into a burnt-out husk, a broken shell. You may have chosen to join the Order of Whispers, but our trust is earned, not given. Now is the time to show your worth. It doesn't matter where the dragons came from, or why they awakened. The secrets we discover will help us send them back to hell. Welcome to the Order of Whispers.
So Rio has some extra dialogue here as well. She says, "Speak quickly, Initiate. I'm expected elsewhere, and so are you." We can say, "Well, excuse me, but who are you? We're so lost right now." "My name is Real Darkwater," she says. "I'm the agent assigned to the ship's council here in Lion's Arch, and I keep tabs on new initiatives and offer help where I can." "Do you know about my mission with Tybalt?" we ask. She says, "Well, the details are on a need-to-know basis. Sorry. Tybalt was told directly by the Master of Whispers, so it must be important." Wait, what? The Master of Whispers? Who's that? The Master of Whispers is the leader of the Order. Only the very top agents know the Master's identity. So Tybalt got his mission from the Master of Whispers, and so Real isn't necessarily privy to know what's going on. "Can you tell me anything about my mission at all?" "The details are on a need-to-know basis," she says again. "Alright, why all the secrecy? Why is this mission so important?" "The Order of Whispers is a clandestine organization, Initiate. Get used to it. And yes, I hear this mission is of the utmost importance." I understand. Thanks for putting that into perspective. So yeah, we are going to be all spy and secretive and intrigue and backstabbing and so forth. If we had chosen the Vigil, if we'd chosen the Dermot Priory, the flavor of these missions would be very different right now. Depending on the ones we do, we kind of get 3 very different branches through the game. And I guess we'll just have to see how things take us. It looks like night is fallen here on Lion's Arch as well. So yeah, let's dip out. Let's get on with our adventure and meet this char, Tybalt. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the continuing story of Bract, our Asura, who has recently joined the Order of Whispers. So we've kind of hit the second half, narratively, I don't mean in terms of quantity, but we've kind of hit the second half of the game here now. At level 40, at Lion's Arch, we have reached the point of the story where we're moving beyond domestic issues, where we're meeting melting pot locations, where all of the races hang out together like this market broker and this noble in the free city of Lion's Arch, and we're beginning to direct our attention to the activities of the Orders of Tyria and the fight against the Elder Dragons. And so we got to choose one of 3 orders to pick. We decided to go with the Order of Whispers, as the kind of behind-the-scenes, sneaky, spy stuff seemed quite fitting for us as an Asura. And we are about to enact on our very first mission. We had a very badass cutscene introduction to the Order just very recently, at the end of the last episode. And we also met a mysterious char, kind of a fun goofball type guy called Tybalt. And Tybalt is going to be helping us out on our first mission, which we know nothing about. It's at a place called Applenook Hamlet, and that's about it. So we're starting this, it's chapter 4, it's Order Neophyte. And yeah, we've just met Tybalt Leftpaw, a Lightbringer of the Order of Whispers. He's unique, I'll give him that. We've got a situation to investigate in Hamlet, north of the city, and I'll meet him there. You guys have actually seen the Hamlet. Teryx ran through there very, very, very briefly on his way to a swamp to deal with Howl.
Oh, I'm mad about missing shiny one. Rods pointed at me and I ran.
Oh, I see. Keep your eyes and ears open, but take care.
Okay, interesting. So look, we've got Skrit living here in Lion's Arch. Lion's Arch, a lot of people will sort of bag on the new version of Lion's Arch. This is the Lion's Arch of a couple of years' time after it's been rebuilt, but I genuinely think it's got some beautiful places in it. If you guys are just starting the game and you're playing along with me, I definitely recommend you do the Karka Hunt mini achievement here, which has you hunting around the entire city looking for little creatures known as Karka here. It's very, very, very cool. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a tour. Wanted to talk a little bit about Bract. We do have, though we have not travelled to the Ascalon Catacombs, which is where Airstagalkin and Ritlog Brimstone are right now, we have our thoughts with Zodja, and that does mean that there will be another dungeon upcoming soon enough. It's a bit of a higher level dungeon. I honestly have very little idea of how we will defeat it on this character, but we can have different things to do. So here, by the way, this is a monument to the fall of Old Lion's Arch. It's really, really cool. I actually think it's modeled after the real-world American monument to the events of 9/11, I think. Maybe it's meant to look a little bit like that. I'm going to look like such an idiot if I'm wrong about that trivia there. People will correct me in the comments if they want to. But yeah, so here, look, there's actually a statue down here as well, which says the Mariner plaque. And it's a quote from Kabaya Mariner. This was the founder of Lion's Arch. There are 3 novels about Guild Wars. I've mentioned them a few times. The novel set furthest back in time deals with this character, Kabaya, okay? And it says here, we make it a free port, not beholden to any nation. The port would be open to any and all, so long as they'll fight against Ore and help to keep our waters clear. So this is what Lion's Arch was named for and erected, all to do with when it was rebuilt after the tidal waves destroyed the old human version of the city. This guy, Cassian Hopao, says, part of me was sorry to see Kabaya's Mariner's image incorporated in this somber memorial, though his statue was another casualty of the recent census destruction. Why wasn't it restored along with the rest of the Lion's Arch, we ask. He says, well, some felt that his ruined statue would serve as a powerful reminder of the city's tragedies. Our founder would grieve to see his city destroyed over and over again. And we can say, I imagine he'd be proud of the city's enduring indomitable spirit. And he says, well said. As a fellow admirer of his legacy, you may be interested in the historical plaques that I've set up for Tyrians to find and learn about the life of this remarkable man. We can say, how do I get started? He says, the first of my plaques is right here. I challenge you to walk in Kabaya's footsteps and discover the other 11 across Tyria. So yeah, all over Tyria there are various plaques to this man. Very important figure. And if you remember, in our story steps, which are currently set 5 years ago, we actually went to a manor and we spoke to a descendant of Kabaya, if you guys remember. There are actually more NPCs for me to speak to in that instance, by the way. I know some of you will be aware of them, and we will be speaking to more as time goes by. But yeah, so this is a little bit of Lion's Arch. You may have noticed as we were playing the Asura, I was kind of like speedy, go quite a lot. It's because I didn't want us to get caught too long in the early story steps. We can relax a little bit now, and we can sort of breathe, and we can see a little bit more of Tyria, and we don't have to worry so much. There's a curious-looking mansion over here, which we'll learn more about as time goes by, I can assure you guys. And over there, can you see off in the distance? We won't walk all the way over there, but can you see? That's the Tengu Wall. The Dominion of Winds, remember? It comes right up to here, the border. So there's even a suggestion that maybe the wall comes up like this. That goes all the way along. So you can even see a little bit of the Tengu Wall there. Brilliant. Okay, so cool. That's a little bit of a taste of Lion's Arch. Another thing I want to do is unlock some more stuff since we are 10 levels higher now. You'll notice, by the way, I changed our gear. So we're wearing another version of cultural Asuran stuff here. I changed our rifle as well. So this, I believe this is a launch skin. So basically in this game, guys, you know how we were getting rare gear? Eventually, when we're high enough level, we'll get a really big tier of gear called exotic gear, which is almost a stat cap. For most purposes, it will get you through any content in the game. It really will. Exotic gear is extremely powerful. And sometimes exotic gear comes with unique skins and names. And what I've done is I've taken one of the skins and I've put it on one of our rifles here. Because we look really Asuran and badass, don't we? So this is the tier 2. You'll notice we're bald now. So that's another facet of this game, okay? They don't have the technology. Or largely. In recent years, some of the recent patches, they have done this, right? But especially at launch, they didn't have the technology to give you a headpiece that also retained your hair. So if we have this, we look bald, okay? So we'll turn this off after a while. I know a lot of you guys have grown accustomed to Brack's original hair and whatnot. But I did want to show this off. I like these headpieces. I was actually very tempted when the series began to make a bald character. I actually, as my regular characters, have a female bald Asura, believe it or not. Just so that she could wear gear and stuff like that without me being too worried. So yeah. Anyway, there's about a million different things we can talk about. You'll notice that the city these days is rebuilt very fortress style to be very defendable. And it's because I guess the people here got sick of being attacked over and over and over again. But there you have it. We're going to head out north now. Figure out some stuff with our build. And meet this fellow, Tybalt's left paw. And remember, as we go through this paw, it's kind of like we just gone back in time to an extent. Back to the 1325 story. So great, we get a cool windmill. The only windmill like this, by the way, because don't forget, we are in Kryta, right? It's just that these territories within Kryta aren't, like, ruled by the Queen. The Queen is happy to let them subsist, right? And it's sort of Lion's Arch. So we've got the instance right here, and yeah, that's Applenook Hamlet just to the north here. I think we even have an apple merchant right here. Yeah, check it out, Applejack. And he says, "You look hungry, want an apple? Duke and I pick them. He never messes with them. Well, not the good ones anyway. We even have special ones that Miss T covers with caramel." Ooh, who's Miss T? She's nice. She said I could have as many apples as I could pick up. Some of the apples are squishy, but Duke likes these ones. He's the best. Tasty. Let's see what you got then. So we get an apple here. I just realised we had our sound volume really quite low. Oh, and the kid ran off now. I guess he's actually related to an event to actually sell those. You get the actual apple cart here. We had our audio really low, so I've just turned it up for you guys there. Hopefully that will sound a little bit better now. Right, okay, so, yeah, Bill, just before we go in, as you guys know, we've been training explosives, and there are a couple of other explosive traits we could look into, but I want to go into a totally different line now, because I talked to you guys about the flamethrower before, and if there's anywhere in Guild Wars 2 that the flamethrower is good, it's while running around playing the story. Okay, which most people sort of forget about because the story is so de-emphasized these days, right? Everybody cares about raids and they care about other forms of endgame, where flamethrower isn't necessarily the greatest thing. But for this stuff, for the story, it's amazing. Okay, so we are going to go into firearms, a totally different line here, and we're going to dig deep all the way into the first Grandmaster. The Grandmaster is called Juggernaut. So it's gain might and stability while wielding a flamethrower. So what this means is, well, I'll show you here. So we have to turn off explosives. In a few levels, don't worry, but in a few levels we'll be able to wield both at once, as you know. But for now we have to make the trade-off. So firearms, what do we get? Critical hits can bleed people with sharpshooter. Then we get a choice. What I'll probably pick here is sanguine array. So whenever we bleed someone, we gain might. And don't forget that we inflict might with our crits. So our flamethrower, when we're explosives, the flamethrower can cause rockets and things to come out. When we're firearms, our fire can bleed them. And then the bleeding gives us might, which is cool. Hermetic focus. You have increased chance to crit people when they're bleeding. So even more synergy there. Then we can take one of these. I'll take... here we go. Critical hits on foes that are close to us will have a chance to grant us Fury. And when we have Fury, which increases our crit chance, we gain extra crit damage. Okay, so just lots of extra stats here. Serrated Steel. Bleeding we inflict gains increased duration. So the bleeds from this last longer now, which is good. And then finally, Juggernaut. Gain might and stability with the flamethrower. So what this means is while wielding this flamethrower, we start critting people like mad, we start bleeding them like mad, and we just sort of roast them. While we're holding it, you'll notice I'm constantly getting might. We also constantly have stability. So while we're holding this flamethrower, if someone tries to knock us away or knock us back or knock us down or anything like that, they won't be able to. They'll just remove the stability, which will come back in a second anyway. So here we just become like the ultimate bruisery, charging in people's faces, roasting their faces off constantly. Also, back to our regular rifle here. Don't forget, we do inflict bleed with the shotgun attack, and we'll be close to them all the time, so the shotgun attack will be really good. Blunderbuss. So, we should be able to just sort of fry people. We'll get even more synergy for this later, so don't you guys worry. And we'll look at some more kits and things as well. Let's head on in. Stealing secrets. Tybalt, sorry it took me a while, but we were fascinated with the new area of the world and a new city. So, what's going on?
Greetings.
Hello, Helena. Hey, Tybalt, what's going on? You're at the apple stand, are you? That friend of yours is a mighty strange char, she says. Look how tall she is. She's a Norn, I'm guessing. Is a mighty... We barely come up to her knees. A mighty strange char refused my offer of a quick fight to prove his worth. What's that about? You'll notice a lot of the Norn we fought have challenged us. That's kind of a Norn thing, especially in the original game. They did that a lot as well. Tybalt, I'm surprised he turned you down. Are we? Well, my feelings weren't hurt. Maybe he'll take me up on it later. Seemed a busy sort. Maybe some other time. Right, Tybalt, what's going on, man?
Hey, Initiate. I wish we could have talked in that tavern in Lion's Arch. Free drinks. Plenty of pretty ladies will talk to a broken-down engineer.
Maybe next time. I'll even buy you a round of something you'll enjoy. Apple cider, right?
Ha! Good one. Anyway, here's the situation. This is Kryta. Most of Krytan politics center around a tug-of-war between the Ministry and the Queen. Minister Codicus wants to steal the throne from Queen Jenna. Codicus doesn't see the dragons as a threat. He just wants Kryta for his own.
That means we're on the Queen's side, right?
You're darn right. Queen Jenna's making a treaty with the Char. She supports Lion's Arch. The Order likes having her in power. Here's where it gets interesting. Minister Codicus's daughter, Demi, contacted the Order of Whispers. Apparently there's trouble at home. Demi Beetlestone is offering detailed information about her father's shady deals in exchange for asylum among the Order. Trouble is, the Order lost contact with Demi between Divinity's Reach and Applenook Hamlet. Our job is to track her down.
Makes sense to me. Let's snoop around and see what we can find.
Wow. So this is honestly such an illuminating conversation for so many reasons. When we were a human, if you remember, Casey started suspecting something was up with Cordicus. There was a suggestion that Cordicus actually got Zimon out of the picture by telling him about the trial by combat. And then later, when we were learning about our lost sister, one of the bandits straight up called Cordicus out as having sold out the Screaming Falcons company, purely to undermine the Queen. So it seems that the Order of Whispers, with their network of spies and informants, are really confident that that's actually true. So it's good to see that we weren't being misled before as a human. And, well, we're actually helping to give Cordicus's daughter asylum, but she's gone missing. Great, okay, so,
Report.
Tibble, what do you think we should do, man? He says, all right, Bract, are you ready? First mission starts with a pop quiz. What do you think we should do? it's like he has no confidence in what we should be doing here. Okay, you said Demi contacted the Order of Whispers from this village. Maybe the messenger remembers something? Good idea, he says, lead the way. So remember, actually, when we were playing as Casey as well, we went to a small town, Beetleton? Yeah, that's where Demi is from. She's from that giant mansion that we saw off in the distance. That was a few episodes ago now, so hopefully you guys do remember. Right, let's move on up. So, wait, hold on. So, is there anything else? We can just offer anything? There should be some lion guard in town, we say. I'll try to get some answers from them. He says, good idea, lead the way. Or I'll speak with a local washerwoman. She might know some gossip. So, this is kind of weird what they're doing with the dialogue here. Clearly, these are prompts. This is the writers prompting us to know where to go. But so there's going to be a lot of conversation, a lot of talk. Good thing to tie up with Crichton politics, right, guys? So, there's a lion guard. She's a Savari, too. Hello. Good evening, traveller. Is there something I can help you with? Who are all these ministry guards? Shouldn't they be in Crichton? Their commander showed up demanding the whole inn for his troops. I hope they're planning to pay for it.
You're staying at the inn? That might bear some investigation.
That line of dialogue that we offer there about the ministry guards, shouldn't they be in Kryta? That's kind of a funny one, right? Because we are in Kryta. It's just that this would be, I mean, the devs have never been really clear, but like this town right on the edge of Lion's Arch, how Crichton do we consider Applenook Hamlet? Because it's seriously going to be under the influence of Lion's Arch and whatnot. But as Sybil said at the start of the instance, this is Kryta. So having Ministry Guard here isn't necessarily too crazy. The thing is, the Ministry Guard are out there to defend nobles, right? And for the elites. And you wouldn't find them all the way out here in the periphery of Kryta. You'd find them far away, way back towards Divinity's Reach and so forth, right? So, yeah, maybe the fact that there's a ton of Ministry Guards here does say something. If this is where Demi contacted us, the order from, that doesn't seem too good, right? Hey, Ministry Guard Packmaster. Eh? You want something? My ears aren't so good, so speak up. Who are you? What are you doing here? I'm supposed to be watching the packs and the animals, but you're in my way. Got it. But what exactly are you watching for? No idea, honestly. Easiest job I ever had. And that's the truth. Yeah, alright, I'll leave you to it then, bud. What we got here? A rabbit. We can interrogate the rabbit, guys. It's fine. So, wow, these are the pack. This is what he's supposed to be watching. He's not even really oh, he is vaguely facing them. My God, look how good the shadows of the windmill look. Ah, ultra shadows, guys. You got they're pretty costly on the FPS, but it's so good if you can use them. What else we got here? We got an inn.
Everything has a place in the Eternal Alchemy.
Hello, a citizen away from Ratasum. We can't seem to open that door. Not yet, at least. Hello, local washerwoman. You are at the well? Look, we're so short we can't even look up into it. Hey. What do you need, stranger? A pretty girl out of Kryta was supposed to meet me here. Have you seen her? A pretty young lady? Could be. What'd she look like? So what would she look like? She'd be wearing country clothes, rustic stuff? Or she's from Divinity's Reach, so she'd be wearing fine clothes? Here's the thing. It depends how intelligent Demi is, because if Demi is on the run and she's fleeing from Cordicus... Man, fleeing from her own father is a pretty grim story they're establishing here, right? If she's doing that, she would dress in disguise, right? Be wearing country clothes, rustic stuff. But maybe she's an idiot. Let's just say she's an idiot. She's from Divinity's Reach, so she'd probably be wearing fine clothes. Ah, yes! I did happen to see a lady like that a few days ago. Didn't talk to her much, though, so I'm sorry. I can't help. Ah, what? A few days ago? Well, thanks, ma'am. It's good to know that she did at least get this far.
Raven's feathers. Those ministry soldiers are a nest of jerks.
That commander of theirs said the inn was barely good enough for him. Then he took the whole top floor for himself.
If that's his attitude, then hide the beer. It's barely good enough for me.
Wow, so we get some Norn and Char over here.
Hail, stranger.
I love seeing what they might think of the Ministry Guard.
The Legion calls.
The Legion does call. What are you doing all the way out here? I suppose we saw Ritlock and Co. came out here pretty recently. Yeah, but by the way, Tyrix ran through here, literally. We ran, like, under that pipe. I think I was talking about something else at the moment, but yeah. You also notice, by the way, the sun appears to be setting right now, so it'll get dark in the hamlet very soon. Okay, so we want to question some more locals. Let's head on over to the far side of the hamlet now and see what else people have got to say. Hello, this is a lovely looking field you have here. Truly adorable. You are there. Salutations, friend Asura. I have delicious foodstuffs for all walks of life. What can I offer you? I'm looking for a friend of mine, a young woman from out of town. Have you seen her? Young woman? Out of town? I tend to remember people by their purchases. Any idea what she might have bought? Okay, so he sells what? Fish, breads, deliciousness, possibly provisions, smoked meats, hard biscuits, things that would last on a journey. She's from the city, so she'd probably buy fresh fruits, cheeses, things like that. Man, again, it depends how smart she is. She's right near Lion's Arch, though. I don't know. She's from the city. She'd probably buy fresh fruits, cheeses, things like that. Processy stuff. I remember now. Lovely lass. Yeah, she was here a few days ago. Do you know where she's gone? Sorry, she hardly spoke. Seemed skittish. Left town just before those ministry lads came by. Ah, so maybe she's running from the... Cordicus hires the ministry guys to chase after his daughter. Thanks, that's good to know. And that would explain why they're all here. Thank you, locals. You're painting a bigger picture for me here. We also get an Asura with some messenger ravens. Hello. Salutations, friend. What can I do for you? I'm looking for a friend of mine. Can you check and see if she left a message for me? Let me see. Brag. No, I don't have anything for you here. Sorry. Has there been any unusual mail at all? Unusual, you say? Well, there was a certified message from the Ministry Guard Commander, but I can't discuss that. The Ministry doesn't have its own messengers? Usually, yes. Seems odd, doesn't it? I guess somebody didn't want to like the use of a messenger. That's interesting, thanks. So, this is kind of amazing, by the way, guys. This guy represents, you know, someone who runs messenger ravens and, like, deals with mail and stuff. Mail is a huge thing in Tyria and just in the game in general. People send mails to one another all the time. You constantly, in both old story, the first expansions, and new story and the new content, you are getting mails from mail carriers. And there's actual animations where birds come in, they swoop over to you, they drop a mail off, and then they fly off. That's happened constantly throughout the series. You might not have noticed, it's a small detail. But that happens all the time. And yet, this is one of the only NPCs, in fact, it's the only one I know of right now, who actually talks about that facet of the whole story. Anyway, that's really interesting. Thanks very much. Alright, so, what we got here? Tibble?
You have a way with people. Not bad. Squeeze them a little and these villagers leak information. So, Demi was with friends here, but then disappeared. The Ministry Guard appeared right after she vanished.
It makes sense that her father, a powerful minister, sent the guard to bring her back. But they're still here, which means they haven't found Demi yet.
We also know the Ministry Guard commander was angry about a message from an unknown source.
The guard has answers we don't have. It's time to know what they know.
They're all at the tavern. If we can get them drinking and talking, they'll spill the apples. Let's go.
I love how Bract
Demi disappeared before the Ministry showed up. We need to know more.
pronounced Demi wrong there. He's just like me. He pronounces things wrong and deliberately just to get under people's skin. It's brilliant. Brack, you are truly my Tyrian representation. Down to the stature and everything. Oh, it's great stuff. All right, so I like this plan. Tibble, did you say anything different?
I'm glad you're here.
Oh, yeah, he does. He says, well, that's about all from the villagers. We should talk to one of the Ministry Guard, but which one? Okay, so we've got that tough-looking Ministry guy. We've got a drink that could maybe get one blabbing something useful. We could charm them and they won't realise that what they're giving up. Or we can find a wet behind the ears recruit who doesn't know better. Man, okay, so let's go in and actually see what this is. So lots of different options. Does the washerwoman have her dialogue and stuff change now as well, now that we've done that a little bit? Best of luck trying to find you. Best of luck trying to find your lady friend. Sorry, I almost didn't give her the beautiful voice there. All right. So, what have we got here? Nice looking little bar. This guy looks like almost dwarven. Innkeeper Bagley.
May Dwayne
We have to jump on top of the stool here. Hold on, let's actually try and sit on the stool, shall we? Can we sit on it? This is going to look really weird. Oh no, I went to sleep. Sorry. Wait, no, I said sit. Why did we fall asleep? There we go. We're on the stool. We're sitting on the stool. Brilliant. Beautiful. What can I get you, stranger? Nothing right now. Thanks very much. All right. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shoot. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cause any trouble. So this guy was drunk, by the way. We saw the drunk effect. What's your problem? Hey, I just wanted to say, hey, man. How's it going, mate? Oh, nah, shove off. All right, someone's surly today. Okay, well, that didn't quite work. This guy's drunk as well. Hi there, are you a Lion Guard? Yes, I am. So the Lion Guard, okay, are like the Peacemakers or the Adamant Guard or, I guess the Seraph to an extent. I don't know, it's a bit more complicated for the humans. But they're the defenders of the Lion Guard, of the Lion's Road, the Lion's Havens, Lion's Arch itself. We've met many of them. Yeah, I'm a Lion Guard, sure, and you're a Ministry Guard, am I right? Yes, well, that is to say, not for very long, but yes, I am. Oh, this sounds pretty interesting. Well, we won't push it. So, what brings you all the way out here? A rescue mission. Very noble. We're here to ransom a beautiful girl from a bunch of... Oops, I'm not supposed to say. God, I didn't do the oops there very well. How do you get this far into a line? This doesn't work when you try to actually say it out loud. How do you get this deep into conversation before out loud saying oops? Come on now, we're both guards here. You can trust me. I'd like to, but I really don't want to get in trouble. I have no idea what kind of accent I was trying to give that guy. No idea. All right then. Let me know if I can help out in any way. Fine. What's all this then? Some problem? In need of the world famous Crichton Ministry Guard? You guys aren't with the Lion Guard? Nope. We do real work. We serve ministers like. Oh, well, I can't talk about him. We serve Kryta. For Kryta. Of course, Kryta. And a certain minister, am I right? Hey, I didn't say that. Certain? Certainly not Minister... Oh, I'm talking too much. I think I need to go outside. I think that's all I'm going to get out of you. All right, so he's leaving. We got close. Where's he going? Is he like... Well, look, we got more people we can... Oh, he's warming himself by the fire. This is cool. Look, they need to stoke this. Park off, scrub. What an annoying sod. Yeah, you heard me. Annoying sod. Oh, God, is he going to fight us? No, he's not going to fight us. Somebody sounds absolutely blasted in here. Could you hear that guy going... That's hilarious. Oh, here's the sergeant. I don't jaw with non-ministry civvy. Poke your nose in my business, and I'll rub it in the dirt. Okay, moving along. I like to think she's a very snobby, posh lady. Oh, that's it. So we can't even go upstairs. Okay, so... Who else have we got? Really, this is the last guy with an icon over him. Maybe we can grease... Oh, yeah, because we could say... All right, so what's your problem, he says. You're the Ministry Guard, right? You seem like a proud, dedicated lot. So we are. We'll face anything down. These pirates don't scare me. Pirates? What pirates? Pirates? I didn't... Never mind, just get out of here. Okay, so we got some information. They have been hired by Minister... Pirates in the picture?
Attention! Stand up straight, Private. You. Upstairs. Double time. I mean now.
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's follow this bozo and listen in. We might learn something.
So, this could be potentially seedy. What if they're going to have some fun, you know, and relax for the evening and send themselves to sleep? You never know, all right? But didn't we hear before that from the people outside that they've hired the entire upstairs floor, right? I'm not saying another word, stranger. Do you drinking elsewhere, he says. I love this guy fondling this pie. It's great. What can I get you, stranger? Get me some of that pie. It looks great, dude. There's so many of them across the counter as well. Nobody's even touched them. All right, let's sneaky. Let's go upstairs.
What in the name of Balthazar's horned helmet is wrong with you, guardsmen? You're yammering away like a skrit caught red-handed.
We were just talking. No harm done. I never mentioned the commander's letter, or the pirates.
Straighten up and call me sir, or you'll find yourself transferred to the Blackhold Mines.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Please don't tell the commander, sir.
You're lucky the commander's retired to his room, soldier. You'd better do the same before I change my mind on that transfer.
Jackpot. These guys are no match for professionals. They fall all over themselves. Sounds like the commander has a letter in his room that we need to see. I'll make a distraction. You sneak in while he's busy. I saw some Dolyaks out front. Stampedes are always fun.
Professionals, we literally just held our ear to the door. We didn't do much more than that. Alright, let's just come back down. Nothing happened, guys. Nothing. I wonder if the dialogue changed again. No, not again. Why would it again? Nothing's updated around him. So, okay, yeah, the Dolyaks. I remember those. Hello, here they are. Use a distraction to make the ministry commander leave. Alright, so you. Do you want to, like... he says, hey, you want something? My ears aren't so good. That's the same dialogue as before. So I guess we don't... I thought we could maybe convince him that these could be moved, right? But maybe not. Maybe we'll just... These pack animals belong to the Ministry Guard. Spook the herd. How do we want to spook the herd, guys? Let's do like an orbital strike or something on them. I don't know. Spook the herd.
Be ready. This could get messy.
Oh my god, Tibble, what have you done? Tibble's an engineer as well, by the way, so we can bond with him on that level.
Balthazar's breeches? Hey, the bulls are panicking!
They're charging off.
What in the name of the six gods is going on around here? Something spooked the pack animals, sir. They ran off. Then run them down and bring them back, you idiot.
Go, go, go. All right, we gotta go, we gotta go.
Until our supplies arrive, we'll commandeer what we need from the village. Sergeant, requisition all necessary items from the locals. By force, if necessary.
Yes, sir.
All right, so they quickly, while they're dealing with that and running around in the village, we sneaky. Oh, the door is now interactable. We can come upstairs. Right, so I kind of want to walk around because I feel like our footsteps wouldn't be heard. It looks like all those doors are closed and we can't interact with. But let's just come up. What about this door? No, this is closed. You might think I'm being silly by looking at this door and it's closed and like, but there are versions of these buildings all over the game, and sometimes you can go into rooms like that, sometimes you can't, right? So we've always gonna want to check. Right, so the very top floor. Oh, of course, we want to go upstairs because it's the top floor, right? So he's hired this entire place out with all these beds. This is kind of nice. All right, okay, yeah, nobody's in here. Good. What have we got here? The writing desk. Is this like a wash pot down here? Is this like his toilet? Oh, I don't even want to. I don't even want to think about that. All right, the writing desk. This is Commander Landon's desk. Okay, Landon. There's a suspicious letter on the desk. It's a ransom note from the Jackdaw Pirates. They've captured Demi Beetlestone. Wow. I should show this letter to Tibble. Oh, and it's pirates. Pretty cool.
Ah, here's the letter. Oh, interesting. Whoa, what was that? I don't think they're friendly. Defend yourself.
Oh my god, it sparks. Okay, alright. Oh, we get to use our new flamethrower. So we'll just rip through them, and look what this bleed we're putting. 5 bleed, 6 bleed. We just fry them. Instantly fry them. My god, so quick.
Here we go. Greetings, Commander, blah blah. Demi Beetlestone in our custody. Ransom? Ah, slag iron. And who sent... Ah, here. Cordially yours, Captain Jane of the Jackdaws. Demi's been kidnapped by pirates. Cool. I mean, interesting.
That explains why Demi didn't make her meeting with the Order. Does the note say where she's been taken?
Of course not. But the Jackdaws dock on the far shore of the lake to the north. We should check there. If we disguise ourselves, I bet we can slip right in. If they notice, we'll pass ourselves off as a couple of new hands. I'll scrounge up some Jackdaw clothes and meet you there.
Hang on, that sounds dangerous. Don't we need to check with someone before we go further? Does the Order know you're doing this?
We operate independently enough for this. The Master of Whispers relies on my discretion. If he trusts me, Initiate, so should you.
God, I don't know. It sounds a bit crazy, so he's saluting to us. And I think he's just gonna, like, stealth away. No, he's not. Wow, though. If you say so, Tibble, I mean, we're under your tutelage, I guess. It does seem a little bit odd that we just go running off antagonizing pirates now. But yeah, okay, so Demi flees from her father. She comes here. The Ministry Guard are in hot pursuit. She gets skittish and flees. Remember, someone in the town said that. But as she does so, she gets captured out in the wilderness by pirates. And I guess that makes sense because there are a lot of pirates in this area of the world. And frankly, she doesn't sound like she had much sense about her. She gets caught by pirates, and then the pirates send a ransom note to the Ministry, who are going to try and get her back. But we want to get her back first so that we can get her to the Order instead of the Ministry getting her. Right. And possibly Cordicus.
I'm glad you're here.
Okay, so great work, Bract. So in that sense, I guess we're on a quick time schedule, so it makes sense that we'd go fast. Great work, Bract. I think you're ready to rescue a maiden from some dastardly jackdaw pirates. And this is going to be kind of cool, because we've not really spoken to the pirates or hung out with them much yet, but pirates are a big part of this story. I bet if we walk in and flash them a smile, they'll give us what we want, right? Ha! Maybe your smile will do that. Mine just makes people run away. Don't be so hard on yourself, Tibble. It's a very nice snarl. Great work, Bract. I think you're ready to rescue some maiden. Okay, good. That's my kind of mission. Let's do it. So, there you have. That's the entrance to the Order of Whispers stuff. And hopefully we don't get on the wrong side of the Order immediately. Hopefully Tybalt knows exactly what he's doing. And I'll see you guys next time as we head north into Gendaran Fields, across some of the islands out there, and we find these pirates themselves. Also, we're getting very close to having 2 specializations at once. Do you know all the crazy damage the flamethrower is doing right now with the bleeds and stuff? Well, we can have it do the crazy damage with the bleeds and stuff, and firing the rockets and things at the same time. That's going to be quite the sight to behold. I hope you guys, I hope to see you guys there. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you shortly.
Please, please stop hurting Quaggan.